Motion to resume public session. Ms. Littlewood, Ms. Urbanowski, all in favor? The vote is unanimous. We're now back in public session. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any agenda changes?
We had agenda changes to personnel.
Thank you. Wanted to welcome everyone here tonight. We've got some wonderful friends in the audience, so we're glad you guys are all here with us, especially now that we have a nice evening, so it's harder to stay inside. As we're approaching June, life is getting busy for a lot of our schools and a lot of our families. Really fun events, but some stressful tests going on as we all get everything taken care of for our school year. I had the opportunity I can't talk, guys. I had the opportunity to attend the high school award ceremony, and it was great to see all the families there, all the kids and their staff. Really excited about some of the opportunities for our fifth graders. Going to middle school, really getting to learn about people and staff. There was just an event this past week where the fifth graders went to the high school to visit the atrium, and both my kids ended up being there from the fifth grade end and the high school end, so it was fun to watch them interact together in public. But many exciting events coming up through the next few weeks, and I appreciate everybody's time for that. Do we have any points of interest? Mr. Moscato?
I also was able to attend the high school awards assembly. I want to congratulate the staff and the students doing a great job. There were over 40 categories of awards, and there were 358 individual students who got at least one award. I was very, very impressed by how well the students supported each other. You know, when an award was announced, you know, they clapped and they encouraged the person and everything. So I've gone to every award assembly since I've been on the board, so that's 22 years, you know, and so this was my last, but it was definitely one of the best. So thank you, congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Moscato. Any other points of interest? Ms. Kais?
All right, mine are all music related. Attended the jazz concert last week. Another fun, really fun concert. Kids sounded great. And it's parade season, just wrapped up for our Gates Child High School band. 3 parades. They didn't have the best weather, but they sounded great. It was nice to hear. I happen to be in the support vehicle behind it. The amount of people, spectators, saying, "Great job, Gates Child. You guys are the best, Gates Child." We stand out when we're at a parade, and you can tell the size of our band. But we had a great addition of having the Savvy Diamonds this year. And they look great, and they were great as well. And yesterday I did notice that a lot of people were very excited to see them come through, a lot of videos of them dancing. So it was definitely appreciated addition to the band.
Wonderful, thank you. Any other points of interest? I also attended the district equity meeting last week, and it was a great opportunity to get to hear and see kind of an overview of what our district and community have been working on through the past couple of years in connection with the code of conduct, utilizing supports within the classroom, and to build relationships among staff, families, and students. I'm going to move us forward now to reports of meetings. Have we had any in the past couple weeks? Okay. Do we have any visitor comments? All right, so that moves us on to our report section of the evening. Our first report is the technology report.
President Coffey, Vice President Richards, Superintendent Daly, and the rest of the board. It's a pleasure to present technology tonight. Along with me, I have Roger Thane, the IT supervisor, and we're just going to get rolling here. So just we changed the structure a little bit this year in the IT department, and this is where we landed. As you can see, we added Roger's position. Thank you very much for supporting that. And that left us an opening with 2 senior network techs, and we moved some things around and hired 2 network techs instead of 1. So we're very happy. It's really caused some efficiencies, and we're really able to do some things in IT we haven't been able to do before. So thank you for that. In each of the buildings, we are, for the first time, fully staffed. We have an MMT in each building. It makes a ton of difference. They're all doing a great job. It's a pleasure to have them. So, we're going to do it Kahoot style again this year. So if you have your cell phones, there's going to be a QR code in the back. I mean, it should be board members only, yes. So there's a QR code up there by the number. So if you scan that and then type in that number, you don't have to use your real name if you don't want to. Yeah, we can throw it on one of the TVs too on the side. Yep. And you can also borrow my phone if you want and do it on there. I'm unfortunately at that age where I can't quite see up close, so I don't know whether to put these on or off. So Chris likes to comment on that. Can't get on? We want it to be a fair competition. Not Rob. All set? Oh, perfect. All right, so. So you have 20 seconds to answer the question. You do get points the quicker you answer. What color is the typical orange? Started off with a softball. Not a trick question. All right, so everyone answered, you get the point. All right, here we go. Oh, points. Which of these items was not initiated by the IT department this year? Partnership with LevaCloud, bus route automation in School Tool and Parent Square, Schoology User Sync, or the IT ice hockey team?
Okay. So obviously, we didn't institute an ice hockey team. We wanted to, mainly because Jeff's apparently amazing at it. I'm not.
It's got the wrong message.
Yeah. So the partnership with LevaCloud strengthened our Microsoft 365 and Azure support and Intune. We've been working with them to improve our security posture and to create a more proactive system management. As far as the automation initiatives, automated account provisioning for Schoology and SchoolTool, which reduces manual entry and errors, saving time for staff. And the transportation routes, bus route info is now synced between SchoolTool and Parent Square, providing real-time access for staff and families. Overall, our goal was to create efficiency, better security, and improved user experience district-wide.
So some of the stuff that Roger was talking about wasn't even possible a couple years ago. We've started the automation project when I first came on, and it's taken this long to get there. I mean, so some of the cool things that we're doing, like the bus routes, are if we have a bus that's delayed, because of this sync now between all of our systems, we can send out a message from Parent Square automatically just to the parents and students in the contacts for that bus. That was something that had to be done manually before. I don't know how long it would take, 20 minutes, 30 minutes to put all that together. Now we can do it with the hit of the press of a button. So a lot of what we do in IT is behind the scenes and no one really sees what we're doing on a day-to-day basis, but we're making efficiencies which make our department more efficient and all the user experience more efficient. You didn't want to hear that, you just really wanted to see the scores. How much storage does our new video server contain? 987 gigabytes, 2.4 petabytes, 876 terabytes, or I think you misspelled byte. All right, so the overwhelming choice was 876 terabytes, or the correct answer is 2.4 petabytes. That is 2,400 terabytes of storage. That is a lot. It's a lot of storage. So our video now is lasting up to 6 months that we can go back to and review, which is unheard of. So we're very excited about that. It's pretty amazing. All of these tasks are scheduled to be completed this summer, except conversion to Google, replace APCs in the district, upgrade to Windows 11, or upgrade Call Manager. That is correct. Most people got that. We are not converting to Google. Is this?
No,
Yeah.
actually, most got it wrong, right? So, oh no, yeah, all scheduled to be completed this summer, except, yeah, all right, fine, you guys got it right. What am I looking at? So Windows 11, we're upgrading every device in the district with the idea of improved performance, security, and support. Additionally, the APCs, so those are battery backups. We have them in every network closet. They are significant in case we lose power. We want to make sure all of our devices stay online and powered up at all times. We utilized E-rate money, and we're able to purchase all brand new devices throughout the district. They should be in within the next few months and get installed. As far as Call Manager, that's the system that runs all of our phones within the district. We are upgrading that system and getting it ready to evaluate how we're going to move forward in future years so that we're ready for any future upgrades.
All right, which of these is not included in new automation implemented by IT? Automatic creation of school tool accounts, integration with WinCap, group user creation in Active Directory, or all are included? By the way, all those images were AI generated, that the pictures that are shown there. I played around with all the different AI models to actually create those pictures.
Yeah. We have a lot of nerd fun, so. As far as the automation goes, this has been kind of a pet project for the department the last couple of years. The idea is to get all of the different systems across all of our different business units talking together so that we can take and be more efficient. As far as integrating HR, personnel, and IT systems, this is automated staff account creation and deactivation based on employment status. The same goes for if you're changing roles. This was a manual action for the past 20, 25 years where someone would move from the middle school to high school and go from, say, teacher aide to a teacher. Someone on our side had to manually provision that account and make all the changes. That is now fully automated, and it updates based on their WinCap status. As far as Active Directory, that is how you guys log into your machines, and that's how you access email. Those accounts are the same way. They're automatically provisioned, licensed, and done. If someone were to leave tomorrow at 4 o'clock, that system is fully automated and takes them offline. And again, this is all about creating improved efficiency and timeliness, and any errors in human error are gone now. It's all about that first data entry point.
Awesome, thank you. What is the appropriate response when you hear stop, collaborate, and listen? Roll your eyes. Shout ICE is back with a brand new invention. Say, what are you talking about? Or smile and politely walk away. Of course, we all know the correct answer is shout, stop, ICE is back with a brand new invention.
I rolled my eyes just for the record.
The IT department closed approximately 3,500 tickets this school year. This does not include all of the phone and email requests. True or false? This is tough, right? Because it could be 3,501. But it is true. We're up 1,000 tickets from last year, and I think that's because of all the efficiency we have created, people didn't have confidence in the ticket system. They would call because they felt like things would happen faster if they called or emailed. And now we're turning tickets around so quickly that I think people are finally getting comfortable putting those in and know it's a priority for us and it'll be addressed. So we're seeing that number go up, which is, I think, a good thing, believe it or not. What new filter option did we add this year that uses advanced level AI? Advanced reporting, classroom management, image blurring, or self-driving computers? So the correct answer was image blurring. What this does is, obviously we can block websites and allow content on different websites, but if we have an allowed website and that website happens to have an inappropriate picture, that would normally be shown. Now, because that website's allowed, now the AI is reading every individual picture and determining whether that's an appropriate picture or not and blurring it if it feels that it's not appropriate. And it's, over time, it's learning what is an educational site, and those, even though it may be an inappropriate picture, it shouldn't be blurred because it's on a, you know, a breast cancer awareness site or something like that. So it's really, it's amazing technology, and we're excited to have implemented it. Which one of these were enhanced, revived this year? A SEAM, patching of devices, internet security and governance team, or we updated all of these and more?
All right, great. So we did update all of them. For everyone out there wondering what a SEAM is, it's a Security Information and Event Management program. That is a partnership that we have that monitors our network 24/7 in case of any malicious attacks or anything that we see on the system that warrants an alert. We actually, you're looking at the two fellas that get the call at 3, 4 in the morning if something were to go wrong, and we are responsive to that. We also revived the ISGT, which is the Information Security Governance Team, which many of the folks in this room sit on, and it is cross business units so that we're able to take and understand the needs of every organization within this district and ensure that the data and security are in place for our students and staff. Some ongoing security improvements, we are further evaluating automating device patching and removing outdated unsupported software. And again, all this is to ensure a safe, secure environment for every student and staff in this district.
And it's working. Roger and I have gotten calls. Luckily, they were not serious issues, but issues that could have been. You know, the system isn't perfect, so we're happy to be a part of that as well. What is the name of the new translation devices placed in every building? Chatter Splatter, Translate Live, say what now? Talkie Talk Translator. So the correct answer was Translate Live. So every building now has these devices. If someone comes in and speaks a different language, they're able to select their language and their dialect within that language and speak with, we have them at the main offices right now, and the person in the main office sees what they say. It actually it speaks out loud and writes. and then they would speak back in English, and then it's translated into their native language. It's amazing. Chris actually used this on our last professional development day. That we had a QR code up in the field house, and anyone that wanted to could scan the QR code and put in the language they wanted to hear the speakers speaking in, and it translated live into their language. A use we didn't think of was for people that were hard of hearing. So people were actually logging in, selecting English, and then getting closed captions for, in essence, what was happening for the speech. So we were beyond excited to see that. It's a really cool system. Tanya's on fire. Literally, it says on fire. Which cabinet member would most likely to be found at a Metallica concert? Chris Daly, Jason DeJean, Eva Petrosino, or Michaela Parado? I did make some assumptions on this question, but the correct answer is Michaela Parado. Michaela, would you like to elaborate or anything? Okay, perfect. All right, the results. Katie Deeb, the big winner. Oh, third place. Borno. And in first place, Tanya. We have the certificate, the championship certificate. I'm sure Eva would take a picture of you with it. Rob took one the other year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, even better.
It's a lovely picture.
All right, so that is our presentation. What questions can we answer for you? Petabyte, yeah. Yeah. I had to come up with
It
something
was
bigger
the
than giga.
answer. Thank you, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, next we have our capital project update. And apparently we still have dancing in the background.
Good evening, President Coffey, Vice President Richards, Superintendent Daly, Board of Education members. We're here for a May 2025 capital improvement project update. The past month, the high school technology space really got busy. We continued painting the walls, wall tiling in both in the hallways, and then starting the epoxy floors, which is what was done over at the middle school. Same system is done here. They're about 3/4 of the way through with the rooms in this space, and they've started installing the brick on the outside of the building. And then the middle school music, we completed the abatement, and if you drove by this afternoon, you may have noticed a section of the building is missing. The envelope has been taken down and cleared away. Plumbing work continued to just rough in the high school technology and work on the middle school technology punch lists. Mechanical work, the duct work as well as the dust collection system is nearing completion in the high school technology space, and then they also continue to work on the middle school technology punch list. Electrically, similar story, high school technology wrapping up the power and lighting distribution. And then the middle school music, prior to the building coming down, there's a little bit more demolition post-abatement. Phase 2, DeFiore, our site work contractor, has continued to bring the fields up to grade. Last couple of meetings, we've been talking 3 to 5 feet that those fields are coming up. And then field drainage work that is associated with that. As of right now, there are 5 light poles in the air. The last meeting we talked about that, the bases had been set. And then the middle school sidewalks, the retaining wall is installed, as well as the curbing. Sidewalk should be poured very soon. General trades, Florence Brasser, we completed the additional hazardous materials work at the main office space, and then the structural steel, which I have a nice photo of at the end of this, is nearing completion. Florence Brasser, the OTPT wall has been infilled, and then we're continuing to plan and work on the summer plan. Plumbing, mechanical, and electrical work continue to just rough in the Florence Brasser main office and OTPT spaces. The electrical contractor started the fire alarm work at the high school here over April break, and they have continued to do that through May. Into June, the high school technology completing the epoxy floors, completing the brick facade on the exterior, and then specialty fixtures inside of the woodworking rooms. And then we're going to finish the wall both with tile and with painting, and then paint the ceiling, and then casework that is scheduled to show up early June. Middle school music, continue to finalize the cleanup, and then they're going to start digging the foundation for the new music addition. Phase 2, Florence Brasser completing the structural steel, and then right immediately after roofing, interior framing, and then the mechanical, electrical, plumbing installations. And then the middle school continued work on bringing the fields up to grade and working on the drainage, and then wrapping up the lighting installation. Budget-wise, Phase 1, we are 75% billed by the contractors. Phase 2, 27%. Contingency has not changed, and to date, we have expended $209,769 in allowances. Some photos, the high school technology with the paint band. To the left-hand side is going to be the computer lab for this room. A photo of the ductwork for the dust collection system. This is the scaffolding and the new brick going on the exterior of the building. This is the wood delivery, or the delivery bay to the left-hand side. This is the one of the rooms that had the epoxy floor finished. The next couple photos are of the building coming down over at the middle school. All of that happened in a couple of days. They were able to take that down, wrap it up, and take it out. The asphalt that is at the bottom of the photo is also coming out. That parking lot is being reworked. An overview shot of the fields. That is the softball field that is currently being stoned and brought up. That will be the first field that receives turf over the summer. This is the conduit lines that are coming from the transformer currently feeding the middle school that will then bring power out to the fields. There's a lot of stone, and with every layer of stone, there's a structural fabric that is installed. So every 12 inches of stone, there's a structural fabric brought up. So there's a lot of material. I keep emphasizing that, but a lot of material brought in for these fields. This is foundations for a canopy system over at Florence Brasser. The new bathrooms in Florence Brasser, one off of the hallway and then one for the nurses' suite. And then a couple of weeks ago, we did a steel signing event with the students over at Florence Brasser. So every student was brought out. They got to write their name on this piece of steel, which you can't really see here, but it is now front and center for the roof line at the new main office addition. Any questions?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Brasser, you said there was a covered awning, or what was that?
Would you like to describe that?
At the secure main entry, there's an awning
Nice.
that's right over the area that, actually, those are posts for the signage. There's also going to be new signage outside indicating main entry. So directing personnel and visitors to this front.
Does that architectural
I'm gonna ask you
piece
that
too?
question.
I don't know how to describe that.
The curved canopy?
Yeah.
So that is, there is an arc over, or a curved piece over that makes up the canopy that it also emulates what's going on at the high school. So the curves, so it's trying to tie all of that all together.
Yeah, the kids seem very excited to sign their names on that beam, and you guys are almost dressed in the same.
Blue and gray, all right. Oh, shoot, that's right.
All right. Any other questions or comments?
Gotta start coordinating.
Yes, the beam is very famous. My daughter pointed it out again this morning when we dropped by. Just out of curiosity, can you explain what a structural fabric is? I have an idea in my head, but it's just the term made me curious.
So it's a woven fabric that is meant to, if there's a sinkhole that forms underneath
keep it from,
will
like-
hold the stone above it.
Okay.
And then when you stack it in layers, it just is more and more structure added to the
Makes sense. Thank you.
system.
Any other questions? Thank you, guys. Have a great
Thank
night.
You too.
All right, that moves us on to our final report. We have our finance, facilities, and audit. Oh, well, it's separated by a little special spot. Yeah, an audit update, and then we will have an extra special report after that.
I'm sure it will be very special.
It will.
Good evening, Superintendent Daley, President Coffey, Vice President Dr. Richards, and the Board of Education. I'm Mitch Ball, the Assistant Superintendent for Business, here to give a Finance Facility and Audit Committee report. So the meeting occurred on May 19th, 2025. We had a report from the independent auditor, Christy Beach from EFPR Group, to talk about the independent audit plan for the next fiscal year. In addition to that, we had our internal auditor, Clifford Tompkins from Freed Matzik, who presented on the internal audit results, which were positive and highlighted some of the things that are going on in terms of cash disbursements. From a finance perspective, we talked about the district reserve plan. Initial copies were handed out, draft copies, to the Finance Facility and Audit Committee for review for potential approval by the board on June 17th. We talked about the FEMA closeout. These are the funds, over $1 million, that the district was able to receive by sticking with the COVID-19 pandemic relief funds through the federal government. That program is now reviewed and closed out, and so we've received all of those monies, which is great news for the district. In terms of budgets, we just talked about a little bit about the budget vote, and then we shared that the budget analyst position would be posted and hired. In addition, we talked about classroom furniture and replacement of furniture at the elementary schools and what the plan is currently relating to that. We talked in terms of the Building Brighter Futures project. I know that you received an update tonight, talked about the progress of work there. The Future Ready project, just shared that we started meeting with stakeholder groups over the last couple of weeks and months, and that everything is on track in terms of how we're progressing with planning for that project. In addition, we talked about the music department storage facility, noting that we would anticipate construction of that to begin in the next month or so. We talked about space modifications to be made at Walt Disney, taking an old facility storage room and converting it into a space that some of our staff members would be able to use for programs and services for students. We talked about some modifications relating to the district office to accommodate staff. We talked about electric bus incentives and how there may be some additional tax rebates that we may qualify for, and we're currently exploring that in great detail. And that concluded the meeting. Are there any questions relating to the Finance Facility and Audit Committee meeting? All right, thanks so much, and I hope you have a great evening.
You as well. Now, our extra special report, also known as Report D, that was already on the agenda, our student ex officio report.
Good evening. I'll start off with the middle school today. The students have been working on creating a ticket and a poster for their 6th grade fun night, which has a retro theme for the year. The ticket price will be $8, and there will be pizza, drinks, dancing, basketball, giant inflatables, and the well-anticipated ice cream truck. The 6th grade fun night is designed to be a fun end-of-the-year celebration for the completion of the students' first year in middle school. And new for this year, students will be popping popcorn and bringing it around to teachers with a beverage for Teacher Appreciation Week or a ticket to the ice cream truck. And this was a great success for this year. And also, a reconfiguration question and answer session relating to the new setup in the middle school next year was hosted in April, and families from current 5th, 6th, and 7th graders were invited to come and learn how the building will be reorganized and ask any questions they may have. And of course, the 8th grade students are looking forward to their transition to the high school. And for the high school updates, we had our first GC Gala, where prom and ball were both combined. And also, we had our prime time and DWI simulation, which were both smooth and successful. Thank you.
Thanks, Lucas. Any questions? Awesome. That moves us on to our consensus items. Can I have a motion to approve the consensus agenda? Ms. Keyes, Ms. Littlewood, any discussion? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Can I have a motion to approve consensus items C through N? Mr. Long, Ms. Keyes, there you go. Any discussion? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. We have two really exciting appointments here tonight, and they're awesome families.
So the board just, thank you. The board just approved Michael Perkins as assistant principal at the high school. Congratulations. And his lovely family is here as well. Good job, kids, sitting still for that long. And we also just had the approval for Laura Bauer to be our next Florence Brasser principal. Congratulations, Laura. Welcome to you both. We look forward to you being with us for many, many, many years to come.
Thank you, guys. We're excited you're both here, and thank you for your families for sitting through all this. You guys did a great job. All right, that moves us forward to our action items. Can I have a motion to approve construction management agreement? Can I have a motion? Dr. Richards, Ms. Jennings, any discussion? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Can I have a motion to approve the agreement between GCCSD and Hope Hall for the New York State Summer Food Service Program? Ms. Littlewood, Mr. Banowski, any discussion? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Can I have a motion to accept the annual budget and Board of Education candidate election results from election chairperson Dennis Laba? Can I have a motion? Ms. Kais, Mr. Long, any discussion? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. Can I have a motion to approve the adoption of the bus bond resolution? Ms. Jennings, Dr. Richards, any discussion? All in favor? The vote is unanimous. That moves us now to our superintendent comments.
As we return from the Memorial Day weekend, I want to begin by acknowledging the meaning behind the holiday. Memorial Day is a time to reflect on the sacrifices of the brave men and women who gave their lives in service to our country. Yesterday, I was honored to attend and present a rose in honor of fallen service members during the Town of Gates Memorial Day ceremony. The legacy of these service members reminds us of the importance of community, service, and purpose, values we strive to instill in our students here every day. With that in mind, I'd like to turn our attention to some of the incredible things happening in our schools lately as our students continue to grow, lead, and shine in these final weeks of our school year. This spring, we had 5 teams: golf, flag football, girls lacrosse, tennis, and softball, and 90 individuals recognized as scholar athletes. To receive scholar athlete team recognition, the average GPA of the top 75% of the roster must be at least 90. Individual scholar athletes are recognized based on the same criteria. And Gates Charlie is hitting all the right notes, once again earning the Best Communities for Music Education Award from the NAM Foundation. This nationwide honor celebrates our district's incredible commitment to making music an essential part of every student's education. And it's been a celebratory spring here in Gates Charlie. Earlier this month, our high school recognized academic and athletic achievements of students with more than 300 awards and scholarships to the tune of more than $1 million. Congratulations to all the awards and scholarship recipients. And the high school also held their first combined junior-senior gala this year, melding the junior prom and senior gala for a special night of fun. Just before the students got ready for their special night, our high school held an important reminder of the real-life consequences of impaired drinking. Our annual DWI simulation was an important lesson in celebrating responsibly. Thank you to our partners at Gates Police, Gates Fire, Gates Ambulance, Gates Towing, and DePonzio Funeral Home, as well as our student actors for helping us to run this valuable program. The Gates High School Botany and Aquarium Clubs invited 5th graders from across the district to the high school for some hands-on science experiments. They guided the young learners through different activities, including extracting DNA from a strawberry and programming miniature robots. There's a real formula for fun. Paul Road Elementary School got a very special visit from the Rochester Red Wings mascot extraordinaire. He was there to get Panthers pumped up for some baseball. 3rd graders are taking a field trip to Innovative Field for a game this upcoming Wednesday. And the entire school community is invited to the game on Thursday evening. Paul Road band students will perform the national anthem before the first pitch, and chorus will sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" during the 7th inning stretch. We can't wait. We know they'll just hit it out of the park. More than 400 Brasser Bear students and staff flocked to the school's parking lot to sign an 18-foot-long beam to become a permanent part of the school's new main entrance. Although the beam will soon be covered by brick and other materials, these bears' names will forever be part of the structure of Florence Brasser Elementary School. Thank you to our construction partners for helping organize this special moment for all. And last week, students in our middle school's civics elective had an unforgettable experience in Albany. As part of learning how government works, students met with a state senator and toured the New York State Capitol. It was a powerful opportunity to see government in action and deepen their understanding of civic engagement. This is the second year we've offered this civics elective. Thank you to Sherry Spoto and Lindsay Lamort for sharing these photos. And a big thank you to the GC community for your overwhelming support and acknowledgement of our work with the supermajority results for the budget and all propositions. Nearly 700 voters cast a ballot in the annual vote and election. Gates-Charlie voters also elected 3 Board of Education members. Congratulations to Tanya Serbanovsky, Andrea Minchella, and Dr. Christine Brown Richards on being reelected or elected to the Board of Education for the first time. And finally, thank you to the board who tonight approved 2 new leaders to join our Spartan family. First, I'm happy to announce that Ms. Laura Bauer will be the next principal at Florence Brasser Elementary. Ms. Bauer is currently serving as an assistant principal at Village Elementary School and Hilton Central Schools. I'm also pleased to share that Mr. Michael Perkins will be our newest assistant principal at Gates-Charlie High School. Mr. Perkins currently serves as an assistant principal at University Preparatory Charter School for Young Men in Rochester. In addition, he's a GC dad of 2 Paul Road Panthers. We look forward to having them both join our extraordinary team and continue our long-standing tradition of excellence in Gates-Charlie. And last but not least, I know everyone's been waiting for the big speeches from our award winners. This evening, we'll be honoring 3 board members for earning the Level 1 Board Achievement Award under NYSBA's Board Excellence Recognition Program. Each of them will receive a certificate of recognition and a chance to have their picture taken by award-winning photographer, Miss Eva Petrosino. First, we have Catherine Davis. Michelle Jennings. And Nicole Littlewood. Congratulations, and enjoy your awards and your pictures. Legendary. There you go. Thank you. Can go on, and it can go on refrigerators. Yes. Sure. All right, you gotta get your picture taken. That is my report.
Thank you, sir.
Not as good as yours. Yours was good.
Yeah, yours was great. All right. All right, Frank. Can I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? Ms. Kais, Mr. Moscato, all in favor? The vote is unanimous. The meeting is adjourned. Have a good night.